All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Sarabjeet Kaur and with me is Sunil Verma. The headlines. Religious places, shopping malls, restaurants, hotels all set to reopen across the country today. Delhi opens its borders. Centre approves opening of 820 protected monuments under Archaeological Survey of India. Recovery rate of COVID-19 patients improves to 48.37%. Southwest monsoon to arrive in Mumbai by June 11th. And World Meteorological Organization lauds India Meteorological Department for its accurate prediction of cyclone Umpun. Religious places, shopping malls, restaurants, hotels and offices which remained shut due to COVID-19 lockdown are set to reopen from today. However, such establishments will be allowed to open in only non-containment zones. They will have to follow all the guidelines issued by the central government in this regard so that social distancing could be ensured. As per the guidelines related to religious places, only asymptomatic persons will be allowed and no physical offerings like prasad and distribution or sprinkling of holy water is permitted. Touching of statues, idols and holy books in places of worships will be strictly prohibited and use of face masks will be mandatory. The individuals have been asked to maintain a distance of 6 feet. Community kitchens, langars and andan at religious places should follow physical distancing norms while preparing and distributing food. Let's hear more on this from our correspondent.
As per the guidelines in shopping malls, only asymptomatic staff and customers will be allowed and children play areas, cinema halls and gaming arcades in malls will remain closed. To ensure social distancing norms, adequate manpower must be deployed by the mall management. In the malls, only 50% of sitting capacity is allowed in food court area. The guidelines issued for restaurants said that entrance will have mandatory hand hygiene and thermal screening provisions. Takeaways to be encouraged instead of dine-in and not more than 50% of the sitting capacity should be permitted in the restaurants. For hotels, details of the guests like travel history, medical conditions along with ID and self-declaration form must be provided at the reception. Rooms and other service will be sanitized each time a guest leaves. Kitchen area must be sanitized at regular intervals. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
In Uttar Pradesh, all major temples opened across the state as per the guidelines of the state government. Entry into the religious places is being permitted only for those who wear masks and follow social distancing norms. In ancient city Varanasi, temples will not open today. More from our correspondent.
It was indeed a new experience for the devotees who have been visiting the temples and offering prayers after a gap of more than 2 months. Devotees were not allowed to ring bells when they entered the temples and no touching of the idols was allowed. Sanitization work was done till late night in many temples across the state to prepare them for devotees. Doors of all temples, including the famous temples of Mathura and Ayodhya, opened today. Special security arrangements were made at the makeshift Ram temple in Ayodhya. Places were marked at Hanumangarhi and Kanak Bhavan for the devotees to stand and only 5 persons at a time were given entry. In ancient city Chitrakoot, many famous temples along with Kamakiri temple have opened today with proper adherence to social distancing. Many new things have been added to the rituals which can be seen as a corona effect also. In famous Mankameshwar temple of Lucknow, the Jalabhishek will now be held through a pipe so that devotees can perform the ritual without entering the sanctum sanctorum of the temple which is very small. Meanwhile, mosques and other religious places have also opened from today. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Gujarat, the total cases of COVID-19 detected so far have crossed the 20,000 mark with a reporting of 480 new cases. 30 patients have lost their lives during the last 24 hours, taking the total death toll to 1,249. More from our correspondent.
Out of 480 new cases reported from the state, 318 cases reported from Ahmedabad only. Similarly, out of 30 deaths reported during the last 24 hours, 21 deaths reported from Ahmedabad. State has now 5,205 active cases, out of which conditions of 5,138 are stable, while 67 patients are on ventilator support. 319 patients have been discharged from the various hospitals, taking the total patients discharged after the recovery up up to 13,643. Meanwhile, malls, restaurants, hotels and religious places are set to reopen from today following issue of guidelines by the state government. Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Bihar government has issued orders to reopen religious places, hotels, restaurants, malls and shopping complexes from today. Additional Chief Secretary Home, Amir Subhani said, DGP, heads of all departments and district magistrates have been instructed to ensure proper implementation of guidelines for opening of such places. Action will be taken against those found guilty of violating guidelines. Large congregations will not be allowed at religious places and malls. Precautionary measures are being taken at all religious places to keep COVID-19 at bay.
Ministry of Culture has approved opening of 820 centrally protected monuments under the Archaeological Survey of India (ASI), which have places of worship from today. Union Minister of Culture Prahlad Singh Patel has said that all the protocols issued by the Home Ministry and Health Ministry will be followed in these monuments. In its order, Culture Ministry has said that ASI will ensure that preventive measures as stipulated in the Standard Operating Procedures SOP to contain the spread of COVID-19 in religious places are effectively put in place and scrupulously followed while opening and managing these monuments. Ministry of Culture also asked the ASI to share the list of these 820 monuments to the concerned states so that any state or district-specific orders with regard to containment and prevention of spread of COVID-19 are also comprehensively implemented. There are 3,691 centrally protected monuments and archaeological sites maintained by the ASI, which were shut from 17th of March in view of COVID-19. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that a decision to resume regular international operations will be taken as soon as countries ease restrictions on entry of foreign nationals. Mr. Puri said destination countries have to be ready to allow incoming flights. The minister said due to increasing demand for resumption of scheduled international flights by people who want to travel abroad due to compelling reasons, he reviewed the state of international flight operations around the world. Mr. Puri said, globally the situation is far from normal. He said most countries have less than 10% international operations because they are allowing entry only to their own citizens and have placed restrictions on foreign nationals. The minister said there will be more flights under Vande Bharat mission.
Department of Personnel and Training, DOPT, has asked all government servants to strictly adhere to the practices of social distancing norms and health and hygiene practices to contain the spread of COVID-19 in workplace settings. It has directed all ministries, departments and offices as well as central government employees to ensure strict compliance of instructions issued by DOPT as well and Home and Health Ministries in this regard. Health Ministry had on 4th June released an SOP on preventive measures to contain spread of virus in workplaces. Individuals must maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet in public places as far as feasible. Use of face covers and masks is mandatory. The government has said that states and union territories have lifted 4,42,000 tons of food grains under Atmanirbhar Bharat package. Consumer Affairs Ministry said, under Atmanirbhar Bharat package, the centre has decided that 8 lakh tons of food grains will be provided to about 8 crore migrant labourers, stranded and needy families who are not covered under NFSA or state scheme PDS cards. 5 kilograms of food grain per person is being distributed free of cost for the months of May and June to all migrants. The ministry said states and union territories have distributed 10,000 tons of food grains to over 20 lakh beneficiaries. The government had also approved 39,000 tons of pulses for 1.96 crore migrant families. Migrant labourers, stranded and needy families who are not covered under NFSA or state scheme PDS cards will be given 1 kilogram of dal per family for the month of May and June.
Researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, have developed a low-cost and artificial intelligence-based test kit for COVID-19. These kits can give results in about 20 minutes. Lead researcher Professor Shiv Govind Singh of the Department of Electrical Engineering at the IITH said that the test kits have already been tried at the ESIC hospital and the results are encouraging. He further said the cost of COVID testing with these IITH biochips will be around 600 rupees and can be almost halved in case of mass production of the chips. He says the 100% indigenous technology can be handled by a high school graduate student.
We have developed COVID-19 test kit. The highlight of this kit, we can remove PCR. We don't require RT-PCR at all. So, and because of this, and the reason behind this, that it is very sensitive. And hence, even a low viral load of the virus in our swab, we can able to detect it without using the PCR. And because of this, we are able to reduce the timing. Hence, we are able to get in 20 minutes. And reduce cost because we are actually removing all the in-between process by doing RNA extraction, then doing amplifications, and then doing RT-PCR. So those are all costly things we have removed. And RT-PCR being a very heavy instrument, you cannot move it. However, this device is very, very light.
You're listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Religious places, shopping malls, restaurants and hotels all set to reopen across the country today. Delhi opens its borders. Centre approves opening of 820 protected monuments under Archaeological Survey of India. Recovery rate of COVID-19 patients improves to 48.37%. Southwest monsoon to arrive in Mumbai by June 11th. And World Meteorological Organization lauds India Meteorological Department for its accurate prediction of cyclone Umpun. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर से निकलो तो मास्क पहनना, मास्क के पीछे मुस्कुराना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
In Jammu and Kashmir, 4 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in Shopian district today. Director General of Police Dilbag Singh said the encounter broke out after security forces launched a cordon and search operation in Pinjora area of Shopian this morning after receiving specific information about the presence of terrorists in the area.
जिसमें 4 मिलिटेंट टोटल थे हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन के, 4 के 4 ही अभी मारे गए हैं और अभी ऑपरेशन वाइंड अप किया जा रहा है. ये ऑपरेशन पिंजोरा शोपिया में किया जा रहा था. बड़ा बदनाम किस्म का गांव है जिसमें आतंकियों के काफी ज्यादा अड्डे रहते हैं. काफी देर से इत्तला पुलिस को थी और आज ही सुबह ये ऑपरेशन लॉन्च किया था और 4-5 घंटे के अंदर ये ऑपरेशन समाप्त हो रहा है. अभी थोड़ी देर तक जो ट्रूप्स है उनको वाइंड अप करेंगे और ऑपरेशन वैसे खत्म हो गया. फायरिंग अभी रुक गई है. इसमें 4 थे और 4 के 4 आतंकी ही मारे गए. चारों के चारों हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन के साथ उनका संबंध है.
5 Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists, including a self-styled commander, were killed in the gun battle with security forces in Rivan area of the district yesterday. During the last 24 hours, a total of 5,220 COVID-19 patients have been cured in the country. So far, a total of 1,19,293 patients have been cured, taking the recovery rate to 48.37%. There are 1,20,406 active COVID cases across the country and all are under active medical supervision. Talking to AIR, Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said he has appealed to people to follow the guidelines.
मैं देश के लोगों को ये सिर्फ बार बार एक ही बात कहना चाहता हूं कि नया वायरस आया है. छोटी सावधानियां बरतने से हम इससे अपने आप को बचाव कर सकते हैं. मास्क पहनना मत भूलिए, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग 1-2 मीटर की 2 गज की दूरी उसको जो है अपनाना मत छोड़िए. कितनी भी रिलैक्सेशन हो उस रिलैक्सेशन का दुरुपयोग मत करिए और अपने जो हाथों की जो हैंड हाइजीन है इसको कभी भी कमजोर ना होने दें. साबुन से हाथ धोना, हाथों को नाक पर, मुंह पर, आंख पर, इन सब जगहों पर टच नहीं करना और थोड़ा सा अपने आसपास की सरफेसेस को सैनिटाइज करके रखना. इतनी ही सावधानी हमने रखनी है. ये दौर भी जो है निकल जाएगा और हम सब जो है इस कोविड के ऊपर विजय प्राप्त करेंगे.
Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has further ramped up the testing capacity for detecting the novel coronavirus. A total of 759 testing facilities exist in the country as on date, with 531 government and 228 private labs. Delhi government opened its borders from today. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that only residents of the national capital will be treated in state's hospitals till the time COVID pandemic lasts. He also informed that barring hotels and banquet halls in the city, malls, restaurants and places of worship will open from today. Mr. Kejriwal said the state government received over 7 lakh suggestions from the residents regarding the issue of treatment of patients in Delhi hospitals. He informed that the state cabinet has taken the decision after considering the suggestions both from the residents and the expert panel which was constituted by the government. He said the expert panel under the chairmanship of Dr. Mahesh Verma, Vice-Chancellor of Indraprastha University, has stated in their report that Delhi will need around 15,000 additional hospital beds by the end of this month to take care of COVID patients. Under the new setup, private hospitals and Delhi government hospitals in the city will be reserved only for the residents of Delhi. However, central government hospitals and hospitals providing special treatment or surgery will remain open for everyone.
The Delhi government has said that a total of 1,282 new confirmed cases of coronavirus have been reported in Delhi during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 28,936. The Delhi government has confirmed that 10,999 people affected with coronavirus have been cured so far, and the recovery rate is 38.01% in the city. In the last 24 hours, 335 patients have recovered and 51 deaths have been reported in the national capital, taking the toll to 812. The Delhi government has said that there are 8,449 beds available for the COVID-19 patients, and out of these total beds, 3,799 beds are vacant. Himachal Pradesh government is making all efforts to control the spread of COVID-19 infection. So far, 683 quarantine centers with more than 32,000 beds have been made available for the people arriving from other states and having symptoms of COVID-19. More from our correspondent.
In these quarantine centers, 253 doctors and 287 paramedical staff have been deployed to look after the symptomatic and asymptomatic people. Apart from this, about 1,000 beds are readily available in the state for isolation. Around 5,500 people have been registered for self-isolation in these COVID care centers, where proper accommodation and quality food is being provided to them. Manoj Kumar, who is being under observation at quarantine center Mashobra, says that the government is providing the best facilities at the center. Similarly, Yogesh Sharma is staying at quarantine center Kunihar thanked the government for the facility being provided at this COVID care center. Meanwhile, in the state, 219 patients of COVID-19 have been cured so far. Sanjeev Sundariyal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Madhya Pradesh, a holiday has been declared till June 30th in all government and non-government schools to protect students from any possible coronavirus infection. During the holiday period, online teaching activities can be continued. At the same time, the examination of the remaining subjects of higher secondary is being conducted from 9th June. More from our correspondent.
The admit cards of these examinations have been issued online by the Madhya Pradesh Board of Secondary Education. Admit cards can be downloaded from MP online portal or through mobile app. The state government has also given the option to the students to appear in the exam from their current location. Due to the lockdown, some of the students are stranded in other places or have been moved to their native places instead of place of their exam center. In the interest of the students, the board has also abolished the compulsion of signature of the principal on the admit card. The state government has instructed the district education authorities to ensure that no student is denied the examination. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, the number of corona-infected patients has crossed 1,000 mark. Yesterday, 76 new corona-positive patients have been found in the state. With this, the total number of COVID-19 cases in Chhattisgarh mounted to 1,073. At present, the total number of active cases in Chhattisgarh is 803. We have more from our correspondent.
Till a fortnight ago, the spread of corona infection was very much under control in Chhattisgarh. But as the migrant laborers are returning from other states, the number of corona infected cases is rapidly increasing. At present, most of the corona positive cases are among from migrant laborers who recently returned to the state and were kept in quarantine centers. However, in the past 48 hours, about half a dozen corona warriors have also been reported to be infected. These include one doctor from AIIMS Raipur as well as 2 lab technicians from AIIMS Raipur and the State Health Department. Apart from this, 2 policemen have also been found to be corona positive. Meanwhile, under the Unlock 1, the public parks, gardens as well as religious places will be allowed to reopen from today in the state. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
Tamil Nadu reported 1,515 new COVID-19 cases yesterday, taking the total count to 31,667. However, the active caseload is 14,396. After recovery, 604 people were discharged from hospital yesterday. More from our correspondent.
Contributions keep pouring in for the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Relief Fund since the breakout of the COVID-19 pandemic. For managing the global health menace in the state and for the relief measures, about 379 crore rupees has been received by the government till the first week of this month. It includes contributions from private individuals, public servants, corporate bodies, small businesses, various associations of all hues and school students. Some organizations donated crores of rupees worth RT-PCR kits or other articles meant for hospitals and disinfection activities. Some private doctors voluntarily offered their services to serve in the COVID-19 care centers for a period of time without remunerations. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Kerala has reported one more COVID death, taking the toll in the state to 16. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The 87-year-old deceased hailing from Thrissur succumbed to the disease last night in Thrissur Medical College Hospital. Meanwhile, the COVID case graph continued to rise in Kerala, taking the present active cases in the state to 1,095. Kerala is launching extensive antibody testing across districts from today for disease surveillance in the community and to determine if silent disease transmission is happening. Meanwhile, all state government offices, including public sector and quasi-government entities, will commence functioning in full strength from today, except in containment zones. The religious institutions, malls, etc. are set to open in Kerala from tomorrow. Mayusha for AIR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Participating in AIR live phone-in program on COVID-19, senior physician Dr. Aparna Agrawal said India hasn't reached its peak in the number of COVID-19 cases yet and asked people to be extra cautious to prevent the infection.
संख्या कम होने लगी है, कुछ जगहों में कंट्रोल पर आ गई है और कुछ जगहों में संख्या अभी भी बढ़ती जा रही है. मोस्ट लाइकली पीक अलग अलग जगह में अलग अलग टाइम पर आएगा और आगे कैसे बिहेव करेगा, सेकेंड वेव आएगी, अभी कुछ लोग थर्ड वेव की भी बात कर रहे हैं, वो आने वाला समय ही बता पाएगा.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program today at 9:30 p.m, will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. Avdesh Sharma, senior psychiatrist and consultant, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions related to stress, anxiety and depression during the COVID-19 pandemic on toll-free telephone number 1-800-115767 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR.
BJP has announced its candidate for Rajya Sabha polls in Arunachal Pradesh. Party has fielded Nabim Rabia for the biennial election, which is scheduled on 19th of this month. Elections to 24 Rajya Sabha seats will be held on 19th June. It includes 18 seats where polling was deferred earlier due to the lockdown and 6 seats falling vacant in June and July. Tomorrow is the last date for filing nominations. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has exhorted the BJP workers to join hands to fight against COVID-19 under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership. Addressing party's first virtual rally, Bihar Jan Samvad, he said that the rally is not an election or political rally, but it is a rally to bring the people of the country together in our fight against Corona. Mr. Shah said the BJP will organize 75 such virtual rallies across the country.
Southwest monsoon will arrive in Mumbai by June 11th As a low-pressure area is forming over Bay of Bengal, it is expected to increase rainfall over Maharashtra coast, including Mumbai. Indian Meteorological Department IMD said it was observed in the past that rainfall activity increases on the west coast when a low-pressure area develops over Bay of Bengal. IMD Director General Mrityunjay Mohapatra said it is a positive development as it will allow further advancement of the monsoon.
साउथ वेस्ट मानसून अभी तक साउथ इंडिया में केरला, कर्नाटक कुछ पार्ट, तमिलनाडु को मोस्ट पार्ट कवर कर चुका है. हमारा उम्मीद है कि अगले 2-3 दिन में ये महाराष्ट्र के कुछ हिस्सा, गोवा और सम मोर पार्ट्स ऑफ कर्नाटक, कोस्टल आंध्र प्रदेश, ओडिशा और वेस्ट बंगाल के सम पार्ट्स और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स को कवर करेगी. प्रमुख कारण ये है कि हम अगले 24 घंटे के अंदर बे ऑफ बंगाल में एक लो प्रेशर एरिया फॉर्मेशन होने का पूर्वानुमान कर रहे हैं और ये लो प्रेशर एरिया मानसून करंट को स्ट्रॉन्गर करेगा. लो प्रेशर एरिया धीरे धीरे वेस्ट नॉर्थ वेस्ट दिशा पे गति करेगा. साउथ वेस्ट मानसून अभी बहुत फेवरेबल कंडीशन में है और पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है.
Our Mumbai correspondent has filed this report.
The IMD has predicted that except for some brief showers, Mumbai would be mostly dry at least till June 9th. Around 10 and 12 June, monsoon is likely to make an official onset over Mumbai with increase in rains. However, this full week, light rains accompanied with thunders and lightning are expected at some places of central Maharashtra and isolated places of Marathwada and Vidarbha, and the monsoon will finally hit the state by June 11. Mumbai and the adjoining districts are slowly recovering from the damage caused by Cyclone Nisarg, with the state government announcing relief packages for Raigad, Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg districts which were worst hit due to the severe cyclonic storm. Sonali Ghadar Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
World Meteorological Organization has lauded the India Meteorological Department IMD for its accurate prediction of cyclone Umpun. In a letter to IMD Director General Mrityunjay Mohapatra, WMO Secretary General E. Manenkova said the cyclone advisories were provided to the WMO and in particular Bangladesh, which was also affected by the storm. Umpun had hit the Sundarbans and West Bengal coast as an extremely severe cyclonic storm on May 20th.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi will witness a minimum temperature of 24 and maximum of 37 degrees Celsius. The sky will be generally cloudy with light rain or drizzle. Mumbai will witness generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain. Minimum temperature will be around 26 while the maximum will be around 33 degrees Celsius. Chennai, the maximum temperature will be 39 degrees while the minimum shall be around 30 degrees Celsius. Kolkata, the minimum temperature will be around 27 while the maximum will be around 36 degrees Celsius. In Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius in Jammu while maximum will be around 37 degrees Celsius. In Srinagar, the temperature will be between 13 and 29 degrees Celsius. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 17 and 38 degrees Celsius while in Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature will be around 20 degrees while the maximum shall settle around 34 degrees Celsius.
And now an overview of today's press comments. All newspapers today talk about the nationwide relaxations that come into effect from today. The Hindustan Times in its lead headline states, Delhi reopens restaurants, malls and interstate travel. The Indian Express states Mumbai offices to reopen today with curbs. Newspapers also talk about military and diplomatic talks to continue between India and China. The Asian Age says India-China to resolve border row peacefully. With a big save on travelling time and reducing the load on public transport, India Incorporated may keep 50% of employees in work from home mode, states the Times of India. With migrant workers going back home, the Economic Times informs job demand, household coverage under Manrega hit a new high. And with face covers becoming a way of life, the Statesman carries a picture of beaming IIT Mandi researchers displaying face masks from PET bottles.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Religious places, shopping malls, restaurants and hotels all set to reopen across the country today. Delhi opens its borders. Centre approves opening of 820 protected monuments under Archaeological Survey of India. Recovery rate of COVID-19 patients improves to 48.37%. Southwest monsoon to arrive in Mumbai by June 11th. And World Meteorological Organization lauds India Meteorological Department for its accurate prediction of cyclone Umpun. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.